AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for his 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Prescott looks to throw right away. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Our game here, a Thanksgiving staple in Dallas dating back to 1966. It was Tex Schramm, the Cowboys GM, who wanted to drum up a little publicity, and he drew 80,000 to the Cotton Bowl to see the Cowboys beat the Browns that year in '66, and a tradition was born and has only grown in love and passion over the years.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. Looking for Beasley, got him on the slant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Prescott on 1st down, and this one caught by Beasley. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 36. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Prescott now. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. A 1st down carry by Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 1st down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where that tight end earns his money in the high traffic area, and he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're
looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time.
Prescott.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Throwing Jones. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 40 now on second down. Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Daniel Jones and the Giants head back to work. He's coming off his second interception of the game already. And remember, he was bit by the interception bug last week. He threw 2 there as well. So things trending poorly right now as he starts again here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home as we take a look ahead to what's coming up both later today and this weekend. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the LA Rams. Then on Sunday night, a big one in the NFC to wrap up the holiday weekend. The Packers and Eagles from the Link. Coverage at 8.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground with a tight end. Down to about the 22 here. Working with a 2nd and 3. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jordan Akins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Back to throw. And he finds Beasley complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And who's got it? The Giants.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
We're down to the 41.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the 41, Jones.
And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Here's Jones on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Left side to Lamb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott
his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He's got Akins, the tight end. They'll look to throw again.
Down inside the 10.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He's got it. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
First down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And they take a knee.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Dallas, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.